evening, everybody. I want to start this presentation with this slide because this is what today is about. This is about we all coming together and saying a big thank you to all our suppliers, business partners, and business associates who have come here today. So I would like to start with a big round of applause for everybody here. You do an awesome job, and you have been our partners for a long, long time. When I look out to the audience today, I see many, many familiar faces whom I have seen even before I started working in this business. And it gives me an immense pride and pleasure that we have been together in this journey for so long. And I want to emphasize again and again that maybe we don't say it enough, but we do appreciate you. We know for a fact that you are an essential part of our journey. You are extension of Sanjeev family, and without you, we cannot set out to achieve what we want to achieve. So thank you. For me, this program is about three things. First is gratitude. Gratitude towards your association. Second is communication. Because, in fact, I'm not sure, but a lot of you might have observed that in past couple of years, we are trying to make conscious efforts on improving our communication. And this comes mainly from our two core values, transparency and honesty. And we cannot be transparent and honest unless we work on better communication channels. And we have been trying, whether it is something as simple as doing more enhancements on vendor portal and having an online effort to have online scheduling, which is still work in progress, but effort to have online scheduling, or having one-on-one meetings with a lot of you I've met during this year for one-on-one meetings to decide and talk about what to look forward to, what things we can plan together, what business strategies we can work together on. And I think this type of communication from Sanjeev to our business associates and from our business associates to us is going to be a key foundation for all that we wish to do together. So communication is the second part, and today's conference is also about communication. Today we would like to take some time out and communicate with you regarding our business plans. Maybe a lot of things are discussed informally, but today we want to create a stage and say that, yes, we are committed to doing certain things. We would also like to communicate expectations which are not just random. We would also like to explain you what is our logic for these expectations. And we would also like to hear from you. Maybe a little bit informally about what you think, how you perceive this relationship with Sanjeev, and what you think we can do to make it better. So we would also like to have a communication from you on this. So today is about that communication. And third thing that today is about is fun. So we do a lot of work all year long, and we thought that we should come together one evening, maybe not on a very formal background, not talk about schedules, delivery, quality, a little bit about that, maybe in some other presentations, but not in my presentation. So we talk about business, we talk about what we look forward to, we have a little bit fun, and we enjoy each other's company. So that is what today is about. It's about gratitude, it's about communication, and it's about having a little bit of fun together. So with this, when I was thinking about what I should talk to all of you, I thought that it's a great opportunity that I have to communicate with a lot of my business friends here. You represent a big chunk of business fraternity that we have in Waluj or around Aurangabad. And I thought that it could be very interesting for all of us together to take a look at what is happening around the globe and what are the things which are changing. We are in a today's world is all about change. Things are changing quickly. You are changing your mobile phones once a year, TV twice a year, once in 2 years. So everything is quickly changing. Expectations are changing, and how these expectations are changing on business front. So I thought to put together a few points which we have absorbed from our travel to our customers, our interactions to our business partners, and maybe some other external sources. So what is that which is essentially changing in the business world? First thing that what we have been seeing and maybe benefiting out of for the last few years is globalized economy. The world is shrinking. Opportunities are getting created. Opportunities which we didn't know existed before are getting created. And last couple of years with government's new emphasis on Make in India and promotion of good business governance practices, emphasize on FDI. I think a lot of expectations are created in the market. Now one really needs to look at that, what opportunities it creates for us, as well as what are the risks. Today, opportunity can be more access to business across the globe. Opportunity can be companies, international companies coming and setting up offices in India and looking for sourcing. But risk also can be that competition from Turkey, competition from Korea, competition from China. So you are not just competing with your neighbor. You cannot benchmark against what other people are doing because it's easy to see. No? We know almost that kind of transparency exists, and we know what is happening in each other's factory. So we can easily benchmark against each other. But what do we do when the competitor is far, far away? We don't even know the name or the province that he comes from. What do we do then? So how do we keep ourselves updated? How do we change our definitions of quality, our definitions of technology, our definitions of business processes, and benchmark against competition? So I think this is one of the areas which we talk very lightly about globalization, and we talk very lightly about global opportunities. But I think it's time that we all, as business owners, as entrepreneurs, think about what are the business risks and how are we going to mitigate them? How are we going to stay relevant in the changing times? A trend that we have been seeing for a while is skilled labor and talent challenge. There are a lot of discussions we keep on having. Fulkunwar sir also is part of some of the discussions when we talk about institute industry collaboration, and all the business forums, no, CMI, CII, or any other association is working on industry institute collaboration, because we all know that the people who come out of institutes are not really employable. And the effort that organizations have to take on making people skilled or making people relevant is a big problem. Second biggest challenge that we face is that how to keep people interested, because the boredom quotient is getting very, very fast. So people want change. People want change in everything. So how to keep them interested? How to create a business environment or a work environment which retains skill, which retains talent? And one of the things that we all need to recognize now is that the power of self is only sufficient for a while. To grow beyond a point, you need a team. Individual success, individual capability can only take the organization so much. But when we are talking about staying relevant, being sustainable, you need to have a team. You need to have talent in your team. So as business owners, it is our additional responsibility now, which probably was not 10 years back, to make sure that we participate into this procedure of training local talent. How we can collaborate with institutes to make sure that right kind of exposure is given to the people. So this skill, labor, and talent challenge is going to go on more and more, and there is limit to what efforts you can do. So how we can counter this challenge, not just by working on talent management, but also maybe relooking at our processes and relooking at the requirement of skill and talent in our processes. So that is the second point I think we all need to think about. Third is I think, and this one is a very, very big point. Wherever we go across the globe, people are now talking about Internet of Things. Everything is connected. All data is available everywhere. If you go and search for a location on Google Map, you will get traffic information. What is that? That is data analytics. Using of data to give you relevant information. How to reach a particular destination with the most efficient timeline. So your day-to-day decisions, how to book a movie ticket, or some small day-to-day decisions now are coming from these type of digital tools. So if you can book your movie ticket using a app, if you can search for a location on a map, why don't we think about making technology relevant to our businesses? We create so much data in our day-to-day practices. We make similar type of parts over and over again. I think so far in Sanjeev itself, we must have developed more than 1,000 types of gears. So what is where does that data go? Where does that learning go? Are we using that? Does that mean that when I get a new gear for development, I make it without any rejection? In fact, when we did our target setting exercise this year, we had a big debate, and we said that development rejection should be 0 ppm. And then development team had a big problem that how can you say that? We are making a new product. How can we not generate rejection? But essential thing to look at is that what is the use of all the knowledge that we have created over developing those 1,000 gears if I'm not going to have a defect-free development process? So this we have a lot of information, but how to convert it into knowledge, how to convert it into usable data points which can help you in better decisions. So that is a big thing. Lot of technologies, lot of tools are available in the market. I think it's high time that we look at them and see how they can be relevant to our businesses. Third is service-driven business model. Now, this is also a very different thing because we are all into component manufacturing. So we think that we are making components, we are selling products. What else? What kind of service? We are not into service business. But essentially, customer expectations are changing. They don't want just the product. They want collaboration on product development, collaboration on problem solving, collaboration on end customer satisfaction. And these are services. They want collaboration on logistics. So there are so many areas where the expectations are increasing. And unless we get into this mindset from product to service, we will not be able to meet those requirements. So I think this is also one of the biggest things which is changing for all of us, and we need to maybe start thinking about a little bit from service point of view, that what we are doing for not just for customer delivery but for customer service. The fifth point also, I think, is very, very important now, that the policy framework is becoming more and more transparent and more and more stringent. If you look at the changes which have happened in Companies Act, if you look at the changes which are happening in the corporate governance, they are going to create more and more risk if we are not following certain framework. So earlier, as new entrepreneurs, there is always a learning curve. Now that learning curve needs to be used to make better policies. So this is again, like for example, last year we had these a lot of raids in Waloj area from MPCB, and suddenly notices were sent to big industries. So these type of things are not going to go down, they are going to increase. The compliance requirements are going to increase, the environmental requirements are going to increase. Earlier having a ISO certification was enough. Now any new customer who is coming is asking whether you have OSHA's certification or not. So focus on safety, focus on occupational health, focus on environmental aspects is going to increase, and not just from customer point of view but also from governance point of view. And then the risks to business are going to increase, and we need to take a hard look at that. We need to change the way we look at our business, because as business owners we are at the risk the most. So we need to protect ourselves from these possible risks. So I thought that today I should take this opportunity and share these things with you, because these are the things which we are observing are changing very quickly, very fast, and we need to change ourselves to stay relevant. We also thought about what it means for us and what type of policies have helped us and maybe can help all of us. So first is that when the competition is coming for global quarters, that means we have to strengthen ourselves as a community. Only one company doing well in isolation will not help. So how we can do better as a business community? There are a lot of cluster initiatives going on. We have participated in ACT clusters for manufacturing. Now we are participating in NPD cluster. We have also enrolled for engineering cluster. And one of the biggest learning is that when you share your knowledge, it does not reduce, but it multiplies. So if there are 8 companies who are coming together and sharing knowledge on one platform, we are all benefiting. In last 4 years of our experience in participating in cluster, and in fact in manufacturing cluster, there were 3 gear manufacturing companies, and we were all competitors with common customers. Even then, knowledge sharing did not hamper any of our business interests, but it rather helped us strengthen, learn from each other. And then we realized that a customer is anyway going to look for de-risking. He is not going to give entire business to one supplier anyway. But if we have a strong business community, or if we have a strong a better level of performance as a total supply chain, then maybe we can mitigate risk which is coming from global quarters. So this is something which I think is a tool which can be used very effectively, learning through clusters, learning from each other, and building on our knowledge. Second is investment strategies. That in a time where everything is changing every day, and product life cycles are getting shorter. You want to change your car every 3 years. You want to buy a new two-wheeler every 2 years. And that is the change and requirement of consumer. So we are selecting are going to have a limited lifespan. So while making investments, let's not invest for today's requirement or yesterday's requirement. And a lot of time that happens, that we see that somebody else has done something and we try to do the same while making new investments. But let's look at where the world is going. What is going to be required tomorrow? What is the technology which is going to be relevant tomorrow? And then accordingly plan our investments. So this is the second idea or strategy that has helped us, and I think it is something which is worth thinking about. Third is that factories of future are not going to be reactive. We spend so much time on analysis. I mean, this is a customer-driven thing. So we have to, if anything goes wrong, then we ask for 8D, 6W2H, or some other closure form. But it is all reactive. Now, something has gone wrong, and then you are correcting it. Factories of future are going to work on on-the-go control. Let's control it while it is going wrong. What does that mean? That I need to have information real time. I need to know what is happening on my machine real time, right now, right here, right this second. And I think this is where a lot of technology and tools are going to be very important. It's high time that we look at them. Fourth is customer expectations will be dynamic. Today, what is okay for quality is not okay tomorrow. What is okay for noise level is not okay tomorrow. Even in a product like three-wheeler rickshaw, expectation of noiseless performance are increasing. What is the need? But customer expectations are changing. Consumer expectations are changing. Hence, customer expectations are changing, and hence we have to change. And we have to stay dynamic. We have to stay flexible. We have to understand that we cannot be stuck to any idea that this was working till yesterday, so let's carry on. That will not do for any of us. And the key to growth will be to be flexible. And how do we be flexible? I mean, it cannot be all for customer requirement. No? We have to find out ways to be efficient and flexible, to be productive and flexible. How we can work on our losses, wastages in our shop floors, and then be flexible. So these are the engineerings that we have to do in our processes. And last point, which comes from the governance and overall policy framework being stringent, is that I think it's important that all of us realize that having a strong value base to our businesses will be most important in future, because as more transparency comes in system, as the policy becomes more transparent and more implemented, we cannot find loopholes to work around in the system. So let's start doing business, not just good business, but right business. So these are the 5 learnings from the 5 megatrends that we drew, and I thought that it can be very relevant to all of us, because all of us are business owners. We are in the similar type of business, we are in the similar type of technology, and all these changes are going to affect us, if not today, tomorrow, and the change is inevitable. So with you all today, there will be further presentations and sharing of information from the team, and I just want to tell all of you again that we do appreciate all that you do for us. We want to say a sincere thank you to all of you, and we hope that you have a great time today. With this, I want to leave you all with this thought that great companies start because the founders want to change the world, not because they want to make a quick buck. So let's all go back and think about how to make great companies together. Thank you.